Yo. Hello. Whoa. Did that scare any of you guys? Did that scare any of you? What about this? Did that scare you? Hi guys. Hello. Welcome to the stream. It is the 32nd Friday of 2026. Spot check. Where are we at? How are we doing, fellas? I feel like I'm doing okay. I hope everybody else is doing okay. I hope everybody had a great day and a great week and a great top of the hour. 'Cause now it's time to get into some more Peak with Metroid Other M, Session 3, Part 3, Part 1, Part 3. Zebra, thank you for the raid. What's up to Raiders? Forgettable? Sizz, Zebra, Buddy Bro, Pixie, and Will? Reincarnate into something new. Be nice to me. I'm ready to start it all over. I thought you were Pixel. I thought you were demanding me do that. I missed the first message. I thought you were telling me. I thought you were giving me a scathing demand to reincarnate into something better. Reincarnate into a streamer that can shut up and play. What's up to Isaac also? Guys, hello. Welcome. I'm surprised I'm not sleepy. I had the weirdest sleep week this week, you guys. I went caffeineless for the first all of the week up until today. I had a Red Bull this morning. Other than that, I went totally caffeineless. I got up at 7 in the morning to get to work. Totally caffeineless. And on Tuesday, I slept from 8 p.m. to I guess my normal wake up time, 7 a.m. I think I woke up a little bit in the middle of later in the evening, but I went right back to bed. So that's basically roughly 11 hours of sleep. I woke up fucking exhausted at 7 on Wednesday morning. And then yesterday I was up until 1:30. That's not true. Oh yeah, it is. I was up until about 1:30. I stayed in fucking call until 1 watching Zebra play fucking Dr. Mario 64. And then I was up for another half hour after that. I woke up this morning bounding out of bed. I had a lovely day at work. I was energetic. I was cracking jokes. I was dazzling. I think I felt as though I was dazzling. So what the heck? I only got 5 hours of sleep last night. On Tuesday night I got 11. Did I get too much sleep? I don't know. It felt like it was a long week to me though. Yo, what's up, Odie? This one was long. You see how I function? You can get too much sleep, but I feel like for me the thing is that I am always on a deficit, and I figured I always just figure first of all, here's what you gotta do. You gotta let go of the idea that sleep is like a bank account. I think is what my problem is, and I think too many of us do that. It's really about hitting your core cycle each night more than it is monetarily exchanging positives and minuses on your total overall cumulative sleep hours of the week, because that just doesn't make sense and it isn't how your body really works. But I don't know, it's an excuse for me to stay up late all the time. So I have been napping a lot in the evening, and I do also do that too, Zebra. Yo, Odin, you beat Prime 4. That game, honestly, you know what I'm going to say about Prime 4 right now? I think that game's all right when you're just going around fighting and exploring. It was brought on by Bad Metroid. That's so awesome. I know some other friends have been playing some Metroids too. Sizz and Will have been playing Metroid Fusion. Will played Super Metroid, though I don't remember if he was doing that before this or after. What was I gonna... Oh, and I was gonna say about Metroid Prime 4. That game, I was like... I mean, like, the stuff that sucks in it, I also thought sucked. And, for most of the playthrough, I was like, alright, man. But that ending, that, like, especially, like, just the ending, like, cutscene... And like what is revealed, like that Silux's like appearance into the ending and all of that shit, I thought that was so stupid that I actually hate it when people say this. It's like a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. But in this case it is true. It genuinely knocked an entire point off of that game for me if you were like thinking about it as a number score. I think it went that knocked it for me from like a bad 8 or maybe like a bad high. It knocked it from like a bad high 7 to like a like an okay low 7. Maybe. Won't say anything more, but that's the opposite of me with DK Bonanza. Yeah, it says, except that DK Bonanza was not a 7 even before the Immaculate Super ending. That's crazy. Not as good as DK64, though. I also didn't get 100% Odin. And I looked it up. And I also didn't feel disappointed. The ending to that game is really stupid. I want to talk about it on here at some point, but I just don't know when. Maybe we'll talk about it once we've hit the ending of this game. And if you don't want to know spoilers about it, which I genuinely don't think anybody in here cares about that, I think Odin would be the one who would care about it. And he already beat it and he looked up the secret ending. We should talk about it sometime. Anyway, that game is still better than this one. Make no mistake. Metroid Prime 4 is not a reason to rehabilitate Other M. One, it has, like, I don't know, pretty fun gameplay. I guess it's, like, not that different from this. The problem is that, like, both of them are, like, they have the same, like, faults and the same strengths, but this game's strengths are so much weaker and its faults are so much greater. When you're playing Metroid Prime 4 and people like aren't telling you where to go and you're not in some like dumb set piece part and you're just exploring around, the game like looks very nice and it runs well and it still is fun. It's still fun to play. It has some cool boss fights. But that's kind of the true of this. This game runs well. It looks good for a Wii game. It's really not that fun to play, but sometimes it is. And I don't know. The boss fights. No. Metroid Prime 4 is better than this. That's all I'm trying to say. Prime 4 was not an excuse to rehabilitate Other M, and I don't think that many people are doing that, but I'm sure some people are. People on Blue Sky or some shit probably are. Guys, last time we finished the, like, Sector 1 area. We came to Sector 2. No. We went, in Sector 1, we found this big, like, outdoor area that was also still a hologram. Remember, none of it's real. It's all the fucking bottle ship. Samus and the GF homies... except for Lyle Smithsonian, who fucking, he got iced. He died. Lyle Smithsonian, 0 feet, died off screen. All of the rest of them went to this stupid, like, place, this, like, Fuka place or something, I don't know. And then, dude was hacking. One of them was fucking hacking into the mainframe. Samus went down a hallway, and then she turned around, and she went back. She was looking for the microwave, I believe. She was trying to heat up a Stouffer's that I think she was sort of self-conscious about. Didn't really want the other boys to see what she was doing. We found out that the Galactic Federation are like making cyborg Zebesians, which for my fusioners in the chat right now, yes, it's the same plot as Metroid Fusion. The Galactic Federation are like doing more bio experiments on like Metroid monsters. So Samus was like, "This is fucked up." Adam, did you know about this? Adam said, like, "I don't know, man, probably not. But if I did, would it matter?" She said no. And then, so then, I don't know, whatever, we left there. Outside, Samus got fucking jumped by this scratty-ass looking fucking purple dinosaur. There was a light gun boss where he was hitting us with the tail mix-up. He killed Samus once. Samus was saved by Anthony. But, like, it was, like, kind of cute. Because she gave him like a little Samus punch, and it was better than anything else in the game, but even though it wasn't that good. Anyway, after that, Samus went to the fire area, which is Sector 3, I think. Adam did not authorize her ability to use the Varia suit, despite the fact that it is simply something that would help her stay more safe. It is not. It does no structural harm to the bottle ship at all. Adam said, "Samus, you'll have to search the areas you can get to without the Varia suit, because I'm not giving you that shit yet." She said, "Understandable." So then she did that. She ran through a bunch of fucking fire and lava and shit anyway, and then escaped this like exploding volcano. And then Adam said, "Samus, now you can use your various suit." And then so she said, "Yeah, okay, cool, thank you." And we fought like a stupid boss. And now I don't remember what we're doing, but there's a little thing in this game that tells you what you're gonna do while the game's loading. So, yo, Rinslet, what's going on? After Samus sets out for Sector 3, the exam center explodes. Adam then informs Samus that there might be survivors in Sector 2, so she went there instead, I guess. What was the exam center? Was that the place with the microwave? Yeah, he said, "Just tank the lava." I don't know. Yeah, after every single plot beat in Fusion, I thought, wow, Other M really is just this game again. I really think, like, part of it is that Sakamoto really was, like, vibing with the story direction that he went down with Fusion. Raw also. That'll be probably the only Raw we get for a while, so savor it. And he was like, I know that, like, he wanted to continue exploring Samus even more as a character, but I also think that, like, perhaps just due to, like, being on the GBA, maybe the story he kind of wanted to tell with Fusion was not told, like, to the extent that like maybe he wanted to, and so that's kind of what this game is. I think that it's very clear that, like, you know, there was a narrative direction that was very much like that was started in that game that very much wanted, like, you know, was wanted to be explored more in this. Yeah, you think the computer? Do you think the computer in Metroid Fusion would have told Samus to? Well, I guess, like, again, Adam. This game's stupid. Adam, I guess he never tells her, like, he never tells her to explore the places she can't go. She just does it because there's no other way to go, and she just doesn't ask Adam if she can use the Varia suit because, I guess, I don't know. I forgot we went back here to the main sector last time. We were exploring for pickups, I think. And I think I've decided that anything that is still glowing in here, we probably just have to come back for. Because I'm pretty sure we did a fairly thorough job last time. I remember I was rambling about Splatoon. Guys, I hope everybody had a good week. Like I was saying, mine was fine. I had my least favorite thing, my personal least favorite element of adult life happened to me in full this week, which is the classic unnecessary stressor known as car issues. If you don't have a car, then, you know, obviously that comes with one's own issues. However, I can guarantee you that having to drop hundreds of dollars out of the blue because, I don't know, something that you don't understand happened is not, and on top of it having to like Uber and shit is just not fun. I guess it was on Monday, I went into work, and there are people in the street outside. I can hear them in the parking lot. I'm going left, kid. On Monday, I drove into work. I knew that my usual client was actually not going to be in, so I tried to text my supervisor asking, like, if I needed to come in still, like if they had anything else for me. And she was driving too, so she didn't get back to me. So I was like, well, I'm not just going to not come in. Let me just drive down there. It's not that far. If they don't need me, I'll just come home and I'll go back to bed. So I went down to work. I hung out there for like an hour-ish, just kind of helping out. And then it turned out they didn't think they needed me. So I was like, all right, tight. I'm leaving. So I drove like a couple minutes down the road, and my car starts... I found out later that I think it was steam, actually. But it looked like smoke. The smoke was coming out from underneath the hood of my car. I pulled over. I opened up the hood. I expecting to see like a big, I don't know, Metroid weak point that I could just like pop back into place or something and it would all be fine. Obviously, there wasn't that. Oh, look, snowy area. Now, is the snow real? Oh, the bottle ship raises such questions. Anyway, I looked and opened the hood. It was like wet in there. I didn't know if it was just because it was like raining the night before, and if maybe it was just water falling onto my like engine or the belt or something that was getting hot. I hoped that was what it was. But I like let it sit for a minute. I was like, I guess I'll probably like turn the car back on and I'll try to drive it around a little more. I was right before I was going to get on the highway, and then my supervisor, or our clinic manager called me and said, "Hey, we actually do need you. I'm so sorry. Can you come back?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm like a couple minutes down the road." My fucking car, I pulled over. So I was like, well, I'm sure it'll be fine for me to drive back. Let's see if it starts smoking again. It did, and like screeching. You guys see this? Yep. And on the way into the work parking lot, I lost my like power steering, meaning like I had to I had to feed my way into my parking space, and my engine light came on and my battery light came on, and the car was like, no. So I was like, well, damn, I'm definitely not gonna be able to drive home. I had to call a tow truck after that full day of work on Monday, take it to a repair place that was not even like in the area. Oh shit, we just spoiled it. Sis, you didn't see that. Take it to a repair place that wasn't even in the area. And so like, fortunately my coworkers were pretty helpful with that. And then I had to wait fucking 3 days for them to fix it. It wasn't, because it was the end of the workday when I brought it in there. They closed like 30 minutes after I brought it down. I made it just in time. The whole next day, I was waiting for them to get any word on it, and there was no word. And then the whole next day, or wait, that would have been, that was Wednesday, right? The whole next day, they found out what was wrong with it, and then they still had to be like, we now need to order the parts and do the repairs and shit. Anyway, I got it yesterday on Thursday. There were a number of problems. I had to replace the pump, the water pump, and also the belt was damaged. That was why I lost my steering. But the original overheating, I think, was the water pump. And upon going into the hood of my car and like finding out what needed to be done, one of my engine mounts was like cracked or broken. So they were like, "Hey, you're gonna need to replace your engine mount to," or they were like, "You can drive on a fucking cracked engine mount, But like you probably want to get it fixed, because if you don't, and like I guess there are like 3 engine mounts on your engine. They're like, if you don't and another one fucking breaks, then like you could be just fucked. Like the car could be totaled. I was like, I might as well just do that too. They did a bunch of bullshit. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. It cost, everything altogether costed right about $1,000. But it was not something I wanted to pay. Anyway, fortunately I got paid yesterday, or paid I guess this morning. And so it was like the money went out and then the money came back in, so whatever. But okay, but then today I was driving home from work, and so after they did the repairs, I noticed that I felt my car was like a little, like, I was thinking it was possibly just the new belt being in there, like it might have taken a little to kind of like break in or something. But I noticed my car was like a little like, kind of. Today, when I was driving home from work, I fucking lost my steering again. I had to put my hazards on, and pull off to the fucking side ramp on the highway. So I'm gonna have to call them back and be like, what I hope is that like, I genuinely what I hope is that they just messed up installing the parts or something like that, and it's something that they can fix and I won't have to fucking pay for. I hope it was their fault and there was some installation error. Because I can't imagine how it could be something else wrong if they already fucking went into my car and like looked at what needed to be done. I don't know if it's possible that like just all of the new shit in there, my car was like panicking and didn't know what to do with that. but I think that's likely not the case. And like, you know, they did like cut some money off of the parts and stuff. It took them a long time to fix it, but they did like apologize. They were like, we were just really short-staffed one day. You know, they were nice, and like, you know, I felt as though they worked with me accommodatingly, but like, you know, it's like when you already have all this other shit going on, you need something done that you really don't want to do. The last thing you want to do is have to fucking do it again. You know? I don't want to have to take my car back somewhere and take another fucking Uber or find someone to give me a ride to work again, and like wait again, potentially have to pay more money. Like, it's just such a pain in the ass. I hate cars and I hate car stuff. So that was what I was dealing with this week. It genuinely just feels like owning a car to, like, I mean, if you're like a car person and you take like really good care of your car and you like know, you know, you're really on top of it, maybe there's some stuff you can do yourself, like, you know, for like maintenance, and you're like, you know, like you're like that, then I'm sure it's, you know, but I'm sure it's fine because you know how to do all that stuff. But for the layman, for me, a car just feels like random universe tax sometimes. It feels like a random like DPS check by the universe that always appears at the worst possible time, and is just there to be like, do you have the money to fix this? Do you have the time to fix this? I know, it's annoying. But hey, at least that's more done with. Like, I can, once I got, like, literally, here's what happened today. I stopped on the highway and I pulled over, and I like let my car sit for a second or two. I opened the hood. Everything looked good in the hood. The belt looked like it was fine. There was nothing going on. I popped the car hood back down. I turned the engine back on and I drove home. Like, it wasn't like I had to call a tow or anything on the highway. It just like, I would very much not like my steering to go out again in a situation that is like more precarious than the one today. That would be bad. I don't really want to drive on it again after that. Oh, fishies under the water. Oh, I remember this thing. This guy's kind of like the Sheegoth. Also, what's up, Bobo? I know I've been, like, reacting to Bobo. I don't even think I said hi. I'm sorry, Bobo. This thing is kind of like the Sheegoth for Metroid. But it's pretty cool. It's like a whale moose. It's like a bipedal moose whale. It is also kind of like Samurai. I tried to hit him with the jump dodge there. It didn't work out very well. Love a goth she. Yeah, me too, sis. I bet I can do the parry there. I wonder if I can get him with the 5-bomb blitz. You can! Do you guys think Samus likes that song, Ballroom Blitz? Do you guys like that song also? Is Ballroom Blitz, is that the song that is by the band called the Cherry Poppin' Daddies? What a fucking awful name for a band. Or the coolest name ever for a band. No, which one is the Cherry Poppin' Daddies? The Sweet. What song am I thinking of? Oh, maybe it's... Oh my god, what song is that? Somebody look that up. Who are the Cherry Poppin' Daddies? They're like, I guess it's just because it's like another one. Oh, Zoot Suit Riot. I don't know why I always get those songs confused. Those are two songs my dad likes that I remember him showing me. They really are not at all like musically, but... Ballroom Blitz is better than that song. I also kind of like that song too, though. I guess like Zoot Suit Riot. Or Grapefruit Diet, the Weird Al parody version. I think Samus likes Ballroom Blitz. Look at these little fish. This is reminding... You know what this reminds me of? Guess. Guess what this is. If I said... Hueves. Oscar Hueves. Oscar Hueves. Would that clue you in? It would only clue you in if you were us. But would that clue you in? No, it was Big the Cat. It was the Big the Cat ice level from SA1, but specifically the zebra version that was Oscar Hueves. Even though, yes, that Oscar Hueves was the same Oscar Hueves as the Hueves. What was the ice dungeon in Tales of Symphonia? It's layered. It is rather layered, actually. Oh, look! I wonder if I can jump out of here. I like when Samus goes in a little place like this for her. Alright, is this... the classic age-old question now is this the way out? Or is this how I get to the power-up that I clearly saw? The power-up seems to be over there. And looking at this... Oh, that's how I came in. I probably don't have a way to get to it. Hueves. Oscar Hueves. Yeah, we're in the section of the station that's ice, but also maybe a hologram, or maybe it's ice? What's up, Tamal? Is this the game that's supposed to suck, or is that a different one? This is the one that sucks. You take it from me, Bobo. It's not that it's supposed to suck, and it does suck. It's not a very good game. I will tell you guys, I had a funny drive to work this morning. This is when I thought my car was fixed and I was feeling good about myself. And it was before I realized I needed to call the fucking mechanic again. I was driving, I was on the highway, there was some traffic. I was just kind of stuck in traffic. I wasn't late to work or anything. I know that, like, the part of the highway I have to get on is not very long for me to get to where I'm going. And so even if there's, like, a little traffic, I'm always like, I'm fine, I'll make it. But there was a little bit of, like, standstill traffic. this morning on the way to work, and in front of me, I happened to upon. Fuck you. This ice is too. This is advanced ice. This ice is too ice for the super missile. Now we got to go back and have Adam tell me I can authorize it. Okay. Anyway, I happened upon on the highway this morning a mundane occurrence, but that just sort of like stuck in my head. It stuck with me, and the occurrence in question was I was right behind double lanes, both right in front of me, 2 Toyota Tacomas. Both Toyota Tacomas, they probably weren't the same year, but they were definitely the same make. Both white, like almost matching Toyota Tacomas, except one of them was like a little more souped up, and one of them was like a little bit crappier looking. And I was just like thinking about these 2 Toyota Tacomas. Yeah, Toyota Takumis. One of them was nicer than the other one. That's an energy tank. It's not even an energy fucking part. And in my morning like boredom and also my currently sipping on a Red Bull caffeine, I composed a little song about the 2 Toyota Tacomas that I could not stop thinking about, and I could not stop singing once composing it all the way down to work. And here's how I know it was a real one. It jumped back into my head on the way home from work until I had that scary experience, and then I was pissed off. I'm going to perform it for you guys, though, because I still remember how it goes. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, here's my song. It's called 2 Toyota Tacomas. It goes like this. 2 Toyota Tacomas, and one of them is somewhat slightly nicer than the other one, and the other one is slightly somewhat less nice than the nice one. It goes, that's it. It's got 3 lines. 2 Toyota Tacomas, and one of them is somewhat slightly nicer than the other one, and the other one is slightly somewhat less nice than the nice one. I'm breaking it down a little slower for you guys, because it's a bit of a tongue twister song. And so I spent like the last 10-ish minutes on the way to work mastering the tongue twister of 2 Toyota Tacomas. That's what I did on my work today. And immediately I was like, I gotta tell this about, I gotta like bring this up on stream, because it's simply too good. I gotta find a way to make money on this. But it was based on truth. That's all great songwriting, you guys, is based on truth. Sometimes you see 2 Toyota Tacomas, and one of them is somewhat slightly nicer than the other one, and the other one is slightly somewhat less nice than the nice one. And I hope those other Tacoma drivers were cognizant of it, but I don't think they probably were. I probably don't think they were really paying any attention. Hello, can I unball? I'm at another Metroid fucking point. I think we just need to leave. This game's so stupid. Metroid fucking Prime 4... Maybe this will be the night where we just fucking lay into it. Metroid Prime 4 does the same shit. Odin, back me up. You know the part where you go to Flare Pool and then you go in there and they're like, oh, there's a big lava pit in the way. I guess I can't go to Flare Pool. Why? What is it? What is the story? Actually, I don't remember if the story... Maybe I just did that. I don't remember if the story actually makes you do that. I think it does, though. Why, unless the game is gonna let you like naturally explore and find a gated progression path yourself, why would it be like that? We don't think I fucked up or anything, do we? At least that game like tells you, hey, you gotta turn around. With this, I don't know. Maybe there was something I needed to look at in look mode. Now I'm over here. Should I go back? I'm gonna go back one more time. My left thumb is already hurting on the little Wii D-pad. I was not in the mood to mash today, I guess. 2 Toyota Tacomas? Oh my. That's the lap of luxury. Maybe we can bomb into the fishy zone. Maybe I can go Samus Hueves. One more time. Because the save station is right here. This is what you're singing in the car place? No, no. I was singing this in the car on the way to work today. Aha! Okay, I'm sorry. I was just blind. Did I miss the bechamel sauce? Oh, okay, man. Bechamel sauce and a Toyota Tacoma? It must be my lucky day. Hi, K-Man. Wait. But... Maybe there's another hapa way I can get in. Maybe there's another way I can hapoka. There's clearly a hapoka over there. I bet I can just, like, go past this. Or... Can I ice beam freeze the ice vent? No, but that would have been cool if we could. Oh, Kitten Jilly! Bechamel sauce in the backseat of your Toyota Tacoma? What does it even mean? I hope I'm in the somewhat slightly nicer one. Oh, we just have to wait till this is off, right? I think everyone should have more bad Metroid in their life. I just don't think we need another one anytime soon. This is a pretty cool looking room, though. It's kind of giving me a little bit of a Secret Rings vibe. Thoughts? You know that Secret Ring, like, bone dust level? The level where it's, like, bone snow? Pretty cool. Ah! What is this, a cybernoid? It does look good. Or what room do you mean, Will? Do you mean that room with the floor? That room did look good. That game's good. I like that. I like Secret Rings more than this. That game was better than this one. We may have already said that literally on this playthrough. Secret Rings truly is the standard by which all future snack Wii playthroughs will be judged. And make no mistake, there will be more. We will play more Wii games on this channel. I love the Wii. I don't know if... I don't know how evidently clear I have made that in the past, you guys, but it's true. I love the Wii. It's the console I can't quit for some reason. And Bobo likes the Secret Rings party mode. That's the only Sonic game she's ever played. Are you intending to play bad Wii games as a series? No, not really. I don't even know why we're playing this, really. And also, this is the first bad Wii game we've ever played on here. I don't know, I just feel like I end up playing a lot of Wii games. No, the last Wii game we played was Sonic and the Black Knight, which everybody seems to think that one is so good, even though, and says Secret Ring sucks, even though they're both good. Even though, they're both good. Shut up. They're both pretty fucking raw. Sonic and the Black Knight doesn't have she either, so there's that. We also played, we played Wario Land, iconically. I played Zack and Wiki on the Wii back in the day. I think if we do more Wii games, I want to play, like, yeah, I want to play, like, some weirder Wii games. We should play Mad World on here. I always thought that game looked cool. Plus, I would give me a chance to, like, you know, I could tell the story about how I bought it at Cheapies for $1. I think of that Con Bravo, Odin, as that was the game-chasing con for me. That was, I think, the most I've ever, like... And I mean, I game-chased a lot back in those days, at a lot of different things. But that was like the most I feel like I like ever game chased for whatever reason. Yeah, literally a sub makes 150% value on the Mad World. If one person subs during Mad World, it will eat the cost of the purchase. That marching band game, Wii Music. Get fucked! Oh, my whale moose head. Red Steel, that game I do believe is actually bad. I know people like Red Steel 2. I hear a lot of good things about Red Steel 2. Oh yeah, I know Major Minor's Majestic March. At least I've heard of it. The Blob. I don't think we would play. I have a soft spot for the Blob. I really do like the Blob. But I don't think I would play it on the Wii if we ever played it on here. And I don't think I would ever play it on here, actually. Wait, Sizz, don't look. Hold on, Sizz, close your eyes. Sizz, play Splatoon instead. I think I have to scan this, probably. Don't look. Okay. Oh, never mind, you can look. Because I think Matt, what am I trying to say? What was the game we were just talking about? I think Red Steel 2 uses the Wii Motion Plus, right? That's why it's better. Yeah, that was kind of cute. We like missiled a little hole and we got cozy in it, and then we did a little bomb. Also, what's up, Comb? The reason I love the Wii is because I don't know. I actually, to be honest, I didn't even love it very, like, I was like not like a Wii hyper like a lot of people were like when it came out. In fact, the first year-ish of the Wii was like, for a long time in my life, I like thought of that as like the low point of video games for me. Where like I beat Twilight Princess and I liked Twilight Princess, but that game was like sort of a letdown for me weirdly when I was a kid. And then a bunch of the Wii's like first year, like year one games were like I think just in general really gimmicky, and I just felt like I was like the GameCube had died, and with that I was just like waiting for like something good to happen until Mario Galaxy came out, and then I was like on board. But as an adult, I love the Wii because it's like it just feels like so unique to me. Like, one, it got a ton of games because it had such a huge install base. And I always think a console that, like, especially like a Nintendo console that has such a huge base is going to get, like, a bunch of good games that are not Nintendo games that, like, are going to be, like, hidden gems. Like, just, like, a bunch of weird, like, experimental software and stuff. So I like that about it. And I think another thing I really like about it is that it ran alongside the like first HD generation of consoles. But it itself is not an HD console. But some of like the things that like Wii games do, and like some of like the way that the games does look like resembles like modern games. But then some of it resembles like the previous gen of like video games too. And I just think that, like kind of, even though, like, a lot of Wii games look crappy now, especially because they are all standard definition, I think that, like, lends to some element of charm about them. And also, it did have Black Ops 2 on it. It had World at War. It must have had Black Ops 1, right? Or did K-Man just say Black Ops 2? Is this like when Will just like says the name of a manga title? When Will calls a manga shot on something? Is it like that? Under? Doctor. There was definitely Black Ops 1 on Wii, for sure. And World at War was on Wii also. But Modern Warfare 2 wasn't on Wii. Yeah, Blops 2 I think was a Wii U launch title. But did it have a Wii version also? I don't remember. I also have never played The Last Story or Pandora's Tower. Bobo, you know about you like the Bobo, you like the last story? You know about like that? I played Xenoblade. There's something up in here, right? There's something all up on. But what the heck? But I know how we can tell. Is that it? Or is it on me? There's like, I can see there are like more pipes. Like there's a little morph ball tunnel in there. I thought maybe I needed to go back and like come a different way. Let me look around. I don't know why this game is so impossible for me to like see what we can interact with. But if I had to warrant a guess, it might be because the environment designs are bad. Yeah, I mean, I've always thought that that game looked cool. Oh, I think we just jump in here. Do I need the high jump for this? No. Well, alright. I figured that's where we would come out. But you know what they say? Sometimes a come out spot works pretty well as a go in spot also. You hear me, fellas? You feel me on that one? Right? Eh? Whee! And there's some physics on the morph ball. Yeah, I don't know. We'll play Mad World. We won't play Opuna, but maybe one day I will do a Will Opuna replay if Will doesn't do it. Why? Why cutscene for this? Oh. Why did that... I'm still confused. Why did that need a cutscene? Oh, and I will do a Will Opuna replay. Well, not if I do it first. I heard Combs interested also. Did that, like, get him? He's way the fuck over there. Oh my god. Dawn of the New World, pretty good game. I kind of liked it. I didn't have to play it, so that probably helped some. I got to sit in the chat and do bits, so that makes every game, at least makes every game kind of good. Did chat freeze on stream? It looks like it did. What the heck? Hoppa? Well, I tried to refresh the cache. Refresh cache. Huh. Huh. Dang, I never have this problem. What the heck happened? The packed story. The cracked story. Wonder if this chat box is working. Somebody say a chat? Somebody say a chat? This one isn't working at all. So maybe it may just be an issue on Streamlabs' end, or I mean, whatever the fuck this is a service called Streamlabs. Because my other chat box, which is in the same fucking scene, I wonder about this. High Grandia scene. I think this must be a Streamlabs issue because my other chat box is not picking it up either. Oh well. I'll try to respond to what I'll try to read out what people are saying in the chat, so it'll be palatable for the VOD watchers that are clamoring to know what we were talking about in Other M. Do you need VOD watchers? Do you need me to hit you with another refresher on the 2 Toyota song? That guy just he jumped in the water and then he went, I can't swim. In that moment he realized he was a fucking electric Zognoid alien. He didn't know how to swim. K-Man has written the word penis in the chat. Zebra said L cracked goatee. Bobo and Odin are joint playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake still. Zebra said fuck you. Zebra said fuck you. Everybody go unsubscribe to Zebragburger. Jeez, can I make this jump? Anyway, Bobo is still on Wonderland and in the Kingdom Hearts playthrough that we started last year. Fuck. Oh, look, a little hidey hole though, Samus. Samus, we know about that. We like that. Let's get in that. Oh, dang it. I can't jump high enough. I'll need some sort of gravity-defying suit. Speaking of playing games, you guys, I finished my Slop Pact game. Oh, look at this light. I beat it today. I didn't think I would beat it this play session. I did think it would be soon, though. So I am more than happy to take a gentleman's fourth. I'm coming in right behind first place, Tamal, who played Ghost of Yote. Oh, yay, we're back. And Comb and Sizz, who both played Days Gone. I played Ghost of Tsushima, which is the first game in the Ghost of series. And again, I didn't. I thought I would do more in like the overworld, like open world of the third area. But today I realized like there was one more of there's these like legendary quests that give you like moves and stuff, and they're like a little higher rent than the other side quests. And I realized there was only one more of those for me to do, and there was only one more side quest of the like party member characters, like the other story characters I had left to do. And I kind of just decided to myself, like, I think I'm just gonna do the last legendary quest and story quest, and then I'm just gonna beat the game. I left a bunch of the, like, kind of open world stuff on the table. In Ghost of Tsushima, there is a mechanic where you have to, like, liberate the island, which basically means you have to go around the world and clear out, like, so many of these, like, Mongol encampments. And I completely cleared both the first two areas of the game of Mongol encampments. And there's less of them in the last area than in either of the other two areas. So I was pretty sure I was going to do that. But I kind of just like thought about it today, and I was like, if I'm like the platinum for the game doesn't seem too bad, except for the fact that you have to do all the side quests, which is just a lot of nothing burger content. And I was like, I don't want to do that. So, like, if I'm not going to get the platinum, does it really matter if I liberate the whole island? Like, if I ever want to go back and get that platinum, I could just go do that then. Like, I feel like I have seen the content of this game, and I'm ready to have it off the list. I gotta make room for more important things like the Heart Gold Soul Silver Nuzlocke, Zebra. So I beat it, and the ending was fine. I think overall, you guys, Ghost of Tsushima is a pretty good game that's fine. That's my feeling on it. It's a good game that's fine. The story has like a couple cool moments, but on a whole, I think it's overall pretty dull, unfortunately. I don't really... There's like one character that I liked. I ended up liking Yuna, like your like sort of female companion. She's like the first character you meet on your Jin Sakai quest. Oh, is this going to be real? Hold on, Samus. I wanted to continue giving my 10 for 10 on Ghost of Tsushima, but first I had to investigate the fucking frozen Samurott corpse. Click.
The creature's corpse showed signs of what looked like Metroid predation, making my mind race. Metroids? Here?
It's a pretty funny line. Impossible. They never come back.
Metroids can't tolerate cold temperatures. They couldn't survive in this environment.
Also, Samus, why would there be Metroids at all?
Besides, they're extinct.
Okay.
The baby was the last of its kind.
1. 7? Is it 1 or is it 7? 1 of today. Metroid predation. What about him do we? I guess his like whole. It looks like his life force has sort of been sucked out. Anyway, I ended up liking Yuna. I thought she was like the character that sort of had the most, kind of interest. Like, there was just sort of more to her character than all the other characters, including the goat, Jin Sakai, the man who invented sneaking. The man who brought sneaking to Japan, albeit in a kicking and screaming way. Against all odds, he introduced sneaking to the island of Tsushima. Oh, I know what we're going to get here. But all the other characters, save for Lady Adachi, who I did not like as a person, but I loved realizing on each step of her side quest that everything was actually her fault. Actually, all the other characters are like that too. Sensei Ishikawa is also like that. There are these, in Ghost of Tsushima, there are these party members who, like, initially you meet them and they're like people from Jin's past, and he's recruiting them to, like, help fight the Mongols. But, and they're supposed to be like these, like, great warriors of renown and stuff like that. But as you play through the game, you realize that, like, they are all just complete fuck-ups. And so, like, that is pretty funny. But I don't think it's funny, like, the game doesn't make it funny. It's sort of funny at the game's expense. Otherwise, though, the story, I think, was pretty dull. It was just, like, very straightforward. There were a couple cool moments of, like, betrayal or, like, intrigue. But I think the main plot point of, like, the main kind of crisis that happens to Jin that's not the Mongols fucking attacking is pretty stupid, and it feels pretty forced, even if you're, like, accepting that the game is set in, like, you know, old Japan. But the game is super fun to run around, like, to ride your horse around it and stuff, and it's beautiful. That's what I liked the most about it. I genuinely never got tired of, like, just going around the open world. It's colorful, which I really appreciate, but also, like, realistic, but, like, beautiful realistic in, like, a way that is not, like, going for, like, realism. There's lots of flowers and, like, beautiful sunsets and forests and cool shit for you to ride through. And so, again, like, just roaming the countryside on the horse and, like, finding shrines and little challenges and fighting and stuff, that never really got tiresome to me. And I was still in, like, I could have just continued playing that, but it was kind of to the point where I was like, well, if I could just play this forever and do this, like, you know, I'm not going to do that. I might as well just finish the game. Like, I've done enough of it, but it wasn't like I was like, I never want to ride my horse around this beautiful island ever again. And the combat, I think, is fun enough, except for the fact that, like, all of the story missions, basically, are just some big fuck you battle. And that, I think, got tiring by the end to me. They're either some big fuck you battle or, like, the stealth, which I also don't think is that interesting, really. The stealth is pretty stupid in that game, I think, which is funny considering it's from the, like, Sly Cooper guys. Was the stealth in Sly Cooper bad too? Because I don't think it's that good in Tsushima. Yo, new Martial King in 26 days? Holy fucking comeback. But, like, I didn't go into the game expecting the story to be interesting. I expected it to be bad. Or, not bad, but I just expected it to be boring. And that's what I think I kind of wound up finding, that the story was just, like, kind of boring. I would still say it's a good game, though. It's probably in the 7 range for me. I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I did Slop Pact. It was fun digging into some AAA slop, open world AAA slop. I do think, like I think I was saying, like, when I first started that game, I think, to me, at least, I picked the perfect game for this. Because it kind of had a little of everything. It had fucking, like, I don't know, it had skill trees and upgrades and shit. Oh, here's another thing about Tsushima. I maxed the skill tree. And I barely did, any of the, like, optional, like, side quests and stuff. Yeah, it'll fix itself if it's broken. We're having a night, I guess. I did some, let's see if a refresh will fix it. I did some of the optional side quests in like the first area, like just the like filler ones. Just because as I was like running around and exploring, I was like, you know, I was like, yeah, I'll do this quest. Like I'm here. I quickly realized there were way too many of those, and the rewards are like all the same. Basically, they just give you a bunch of the same charm that is probably not as good as some other charm you have, and they give you a little bit of the like EXP, like legend, and they give you some resources, which I also capped out on the game as I played. But the thing is, like, I didn't really feel like I did that much. I guess I fought most of the Mongols I came across, and I did all of the like character side quests, and I beat the plot. And I maxed the skill tree by the end. I hit, like, max level. And I disagree with that, personally. I think, that you shouldn't be allowed to do that in a video game. Unless you, like, either put in more effort or, like, I don't know. A lot of, I think, that game, like, all of the shit that's in that, and I think this is the case about a lot of those big open world slop games, and also probably about a lot of the other like Sony big AAA games, even though I will be honest that I haven't played that many of them, is that like I almost feel like there is sort of a tacit nod and understanding between the devs and the player that like if you play more than one of these a year, you're not gonna finish this. Like and maybe that is a jaded way to... It's possible that that is a jaded way to think about it. But I genuinely think... I can't imagine someone who plays, like, more than one of those big open-world AAA games a year and, like, really beats... Like, finishes the game and sees everything in it. I sort of feel like those games are designed to have you get them at launch, like, plunk down the money to buy the game for the hype, and fuck around in it until you get bored and move on to the next release. And on principle, I stand against that when it comes to the video games industry. And I think if I had to play more than one Ghost of Tsushima in like a year's time, I would go insane. I might find a new hobby. All that is to say, again, I liked the game. But if that was like all I played, if I was one of those fucking Sony sucking phony diehard people, I don't know what I would even do. What would I do? Yo, Kingo. What did you miss? Nothing really. I was talking about my car troubles. We talked about the Wii. I just finished recapping Ghost of Tsushima. Anyway, I beat the slot pack, though. We did it. I'm waiting on Brudge now, because he's also playing the same game as me. Would I play Ghost of Yotei? Maybe, though. If it improves some stuff. I think, like, again, like, the craft of the world itself I thought was great. I'm not, like, the biggest fan of, like, open world games. I feel like a lot of the ones that I've played, I kind of just end up, like, being aimless. But again, this I like got into like the RP of my Jin Sakai. I made sure I like got all the fucking like outfits and stuff. I was rocking like costume setups and shit for the Kino. I was walking around all slow, like doing a samurai walk. I had a great time like going around in the game. Like clearly like that's the draw, and if that's what you're playing the game for, then they succeeded there. It's just that, like, the rest of the game is not that interesting. I think the story is just kind of dull, and also, like, the combat is not in-depth enough for how much there is to do of it in the game. Yeah, same. I also became the ghost. In the first two acts, I mostly wore the traveler's gear and, like, a cool straw hat. Because one, the Traveler's Gear does my favorite thing in a game, where it opens up more of like the fog fan on the map than the other gears. But two, it has like it's like a cool like robe. It's got a cape It just looks cool also, even though it's one of the first armors you get in the game. And you can get a bunch of different colors for all your armors, too. You can dye them. So I got all the different dyes for that. I wore that and a bunch of straw hats. And then in Act 3, which is when you get the ghost armor, but also in late into Act 2, or at least this is when I found it, there is a hidden black dye merchant, and you can dye all of the armor sets that you got in the game up until that point black. And so once I was like, I am the ghost who sneaks, I dyed all of my previous... I, got the black dye for all my previous armors, and I rode around the third area like that, basically. Even though the third area is a snow area, so everything was, white. So, fun game. Good game. It's just, exhausting. But it was fun. If I was ever, really desperate for platinums and I didn't have anything else to do, I could see myself probably going for it, because it could be just easy, busy work, and I also got a bunch of the trophies, too. Oh no, Samus! What was the end game here? Samus, why'd we do this? Can she breathe, do you think? She must be able to. What do we think the oxygen situation is in the power suit? Do you think it's unlimited oxygen? Limited? Does she have a Chozo oxygen tank? Yeah, it is. It is a cute mechanic, Zebra. Ouch, ouch. Get away from me, Skullfish. Get away from me, Skullfish. Gills, possibly? Portable terrarium? Is she growing a little tree in there that's giving her oxygen? We need the song Run Back. Oh, Kingo, I wrote a song about Toyota Tacomas. Do you want to hear it? Here's how it goes. I wrote this on the way to work this morning when I was stuck in traffic. It goes, 2 Toyota Tacomas, and one of them is somewhat slightly nicer than the other one, and the other one is slightly somewhat less nice than the nice one. That's the song. It's a very snack song. 2 Toyota Tacomas. She has some... Oh, no. She has a little Franny Zebra. Some little potted plants. I honestly think Samus could benefit from having a little, a cat or an animal companion. But I fear that would be a little too quirk chungus for her kind of general vibe. I guess she works alone, but... Well, I wish I could see where I was. I guess it's true that, if she had to take care of a whole animal, she probably doesn't really have time for something like that. But a plant is low maintenance enough that she could vibe with it. Ah, don't zap me! These guys are gonna zap the floor and it's gonna piss me off. I froze your hands. Ouch. Oh yeah, do we think she has a little hamster? I call him my Samster. I would die for him. Did you guys see that rainbow? I call him Hamster Aaron. No, 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 let go of me thing. Let go of me thing. My little friend and I today were reading a little book. And I was asking him about all the animals that were in the book. We were talking about hamsters and guinea pigs. He knew pangolin, and I was so proud. He knows, my little friend, my like main friend that I work with at work, he is very much like I was when I was a little kid, in that he knows all kinds of animals and dinosaurs too. And so whenever we're looking at like a book or something that has animals or dinosaurs in it, I'm always trying to figure out like which ones are like too advanced for, you know, that like for what he would know or not. But I'm always surprised to find out that, you know, what the extent of things that like little kids know. Though I shouldn't really be that surprised because I definitely knew Pangolin also when I was as old as he is. And I think my work's going good. I've been having fun with it. So that's been fun. In lieu of like all this other bullshit I got going on. I'm dropping the 5-piece every time I go into a tank because I'm always charging that shit and I keep that shit charged on me. I have seen, Sis, that Otto is doing this, running this bit right now where she keeps calling everyone Gyaru. Have you seen this, Sis? Like, people will, like, tweet, like, at her on Twitter, and she'll reply, Gyaru. I don't know what the bit is that she's, like, doing. But I guess it's that she's calling them a Gyaru. She is funny, though. I'm booking it down this hallway, too. Fucking try to stop me. Do you think you could? If you had all of the time to prepare, like, center your gravity, stance, plant your feet.
The most efficient way through here should be delivering shoulder.
Do you think you could stop Samus?
Booster, so I'm authorizing its use.
Adam, where was this with the Varia suit, dog? Well, not anymore. Hey, the speed booster's in this. And look, plus Shine Spark. Guys, did you know this is in this game? I thought this is one of the highlights of my Other M playthrough way back in the day, was learning that this was going to be in this. Because the speed booster was not in Metroid Prime. Which makes sense. I feel like it seems like it would be really difficult to implement in that game. But I didn't think it was going to be in this either. But here it is. Allow Samus to run extremely fast. She fucking... I can't believe Spoonie got rid of Bard Trash. Anyway, to do this, you just run, basically. And then Shine Spark is sort of more like a progression thing in this, which I think is fine. Press 2 and hold 2 while speed boosting, and then release it to jump vertical, and then you can jump in a direction too. I promise you it's cool, though. Samus, no, you, yes. Well, I didn't say me. I was talking about Samus. Although I will have you guys know, I did spin dash a normie to the ground at a Sonic concert once. And I was only, in that case, running freely and drunkenly out into the open, out into the midnight. I wasn't even at my top speed booster speed, and I weighed like 15 less pounds then than I do now. So I'm just saying, I laid somebody out at a Sonic concert once. Yeah, Adam. See, in in this situation, Adam saw a long hallway and said, "Samus, you know what would be raw? Turn on the speed booster," but he made her go through that whole fucking lava area without the Varia suit. I love that for Autosys, because that's where I'm at too. Anyway, the thing that I really like about, we were talking about this last week, but that I really like about the speed booster in this is that you can see that at least in like this game's version of the like universe canon, she speed boosts with the little jets. Isn't that cool? Those little things on the back of her suit that she's like always had. Oh, E-recovery tank. Oh, I think this means I get more health back when I concentrate. I think that's cool. I like that it's like, it shows you like that could be a way that it would activate. Maybe the jets are like a little boost. We were talking about that because you see a lot of those jets in this game. Like when she does the dodge, the dodge roll thing and all that too. But I don't know. I like it. Let's go straight up. Hell yeah, raw. It feels fun to do too. Although again, it's like in this, you're definitely more limited on like how creative one can get with the speed booster. I just think it's fun that it's in it at all. Yeah, they kind of like flare up as it kicks in. Now, I don't remember if that interrupts you in any way. Because again, it is always going to cut on as long as you're going to be running. But you do have to like run in a straight line, so I can't imagine it will like ever get in the way, really. Is that in Dread? I don't remember. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, though. I think Samus uses the little jets when she does her like counter, like the melee counter and stuff too. And Samus Returns has that also. But again, I guess what I mean is like this is like the first game where you would have seen something like that. All right, well, you know what I'm gonna do now. I guess we do have to go back that way anyway. It's telling me to go that way. I wanted to go for some pickups. I think that one in the 2 Toyota Tacomas room, that one you definitely have to speed boost to get to. Because it was on the other side of that long gap. Ew, get off me, eye. Ew, ew, get off me, eye. Oh god, it's like, oh, sweet ambrosia. Did you see that? Oh, the rapture. Ew, yuck, get off me, eye. It was like sated after it did that. Oh. Fuck you. Fuck. Oh my god. I don't even know how to get out. The fucking eye come. I hate this thing, I've decided. I don't know what to do. Yeah, the same Mori. Sam Yori. Guys, speaking of K-Man, guys, I got Chili's today. I made some bad decisions. I got Chili's today, and then also, when I was coming home, I stopped at the store for a few things, and I got a pint of Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia. I'm sorry. I cheated a little. And by cheated, I mean I do that kind of shit all the time. And I have an interesting anecdote about that. I bought the Cherry Garcia at the store, and only upon getting home did I realize that it was the non-dairy variant. Which I believe is mostly oat milk is the dairy replacement. And fellas, I gotta say, had I not looked at the, like, lid and seen that it was, like, the vegan version of the Cherry Garcia, I don't even know if I would have noticed. I think that shit was pretty damn good. It was as someone who's eaten a lot of Cherry Garcia in my life, it was almost as close to parity with the normal dairy Cherry Garcia as the regular one. Whatever they were doing at the Ben & Jerry's fucking lab, at the Ben & Jerry factory, keep it up. I don't usually buy Ben & Jerry's because even though Ben and Jerry, the creators of the company, seemed at least to be very conscientious and like relatively woke human beings. They're like just hippies that like still kind of stand up for social issues and things. That company is not owned by Ben & Jerry anymore. And I know like, I think like a year or two ago, Jerry like left his... It hasn't been owned by them like directly for like forever, for like years. It's owned by some big corporation. But I know Jerry like cut ties with the company or something just based on like, maybe it might have been about Gaza, like some kind of censorship or something. And since then I've been like Fuck you, Ben and Jerry's. As I don't buy it much, but I love Ben and Jerry's. And I've been to the Ben and Jerry factory in Vermont. I went when I was a little kid. I got a shirt. I got some ice cream free samples. Big long-time fan. I took a little factory tour. I don't remember anything about it. Get it? I have a cute picture though of me and my sister at like putting our heads this little like cow. You know those little things where for the little photo ops where you put your head through the little like wood cutout. A cute picture in like the family photo album of my sister and I with our heads poking through this little cutout with these cows at the Ben and Jerry factory. Anyway, if you're lactose sensitive and you like ice cream, the vegan Ben and Jerry's is pretty good. I'd eat it again. I probably wouldn't buy it specifically. I also eat almond milk with cereal and stuff too. I actually don't buy milk really. I'm not dairy free. I eat cheese constantly. I just don't drink milk. I like the silk unsweetened, personally. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this was cool, I thought. Fuck. Can I just hold on to the... Oh, I can hold on to this. Wee, around and around I go. Around and around and around I go. Fuck. I think I can just jump to that from here. Yeah, they have the final chase spinning drums. Least fun to play mechanic in that game. That Halloween game that got announced a year in advance? No. Like, that. Like, you mean like Halloween? Guys, speaking of gaming news, there was a Fire Emblem Direct today. And by today, I mean this week. There was a Fire Emblem Direct on Tuesday. First, like, really sort of the first real look at Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave outside of a trailer. I felt like we had still not seen... I felt like, here's something that I have noticed, and I know others have too, about current Nintendo, is they want to when it comes to marketing. Now, maybe all games have always been like this, but I feel like it's been maybe more recently like so formulaic, where they want to. They want the hype reveal trailer, and then they want to do a direct or like another trailer where it goes beyond what I thought possible. I'm sorry, Other M. I was unfamiliar with your game. Oh, he threw. Oh, the utter elation, and he threw me out of the fucking world. As I descended through the dark depths of the dead zone below the bottle ship, I could think only of Adam. Would I ever see him again? And she passes like Captain Falcon down there waiting for his next game that's never going to happen. Sup, dude? Samus, I've authorized you to enter the void. Please return. Or I haven't authorized you to enter the void. Please return to this plane of reality. Okay, anyway, what was I going to say? So Nintendo, they these days, they like to have two. They want the reveal trailer, and then they want to make you wait for like months. Then they want to do their direct, and the direct needs to have like the hook of the game. They did it with Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think they did it with something else. I don't know. It seems like what it seems like is they want to hide something about the game until that like big direct. Just I guess really to kind of keep the hype cycle of the game alive until it comes out, which is a smart idea. I'm really not against it. I'm you know. I just have it's something I've noticed. I think is interesting. But we got that for Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. It's a game I was already really looking forward to. It's probably my most anticipated game release left to come this year. I think at the beginning of the year I would have told you it was Pokemon Pokopia, which is funny because it's a game I just didn't even really like. I mean, I liked it. I just like bounced off it. I didn't play it. But other than that, which ended up not really actually being what I, like what my like hype game of the year was, and Mina the Hollower, which is sort of a similar same fucking way. Even though I liked that game too. This is like the one that I'm like the other thing I'm most excited about. Hopefully it'll be good. Maybe I will like one. They showed a bunch of cool stuff though. Again, there was the big hook of there being this being like a time travel story. I think the time travel thing, I'm not really like bummed that I don't feel as though we were really spoiled on it. I guess it would have been, I think it would have been cool to like see it in the game as opposed to like learn about it in a direct. I was watching the Kyle Bosman video today, and he made an interesting point where he said the most the least spoiled it might be possible to be on this reveal is the direct. Just because, if this is something that's going to be in the game, you'll probably hear someone fucking say something about it or some shit, you'll find out about it in some way that's less fun than seeing it at a specific press show. And to me at least, I believe in that. Although I don't go out of my way to avoid spoilers as much, as many do. I don't care about them that much. But anyway, so I think it felt pretty. I felt fine seeing it at the direct, and I also thought it was revealed in a cool way. They did make it fun because they hit you with the record scratch and then the years jumping up and all that. I do think that the fact that the time skip is only 5 years, I'm sure it will make sense to the story, but at least right now, from my perspective on the game, I think that is a total miss. I think Three Houses, which also had a 5-year time skip, that makes total sense for that game, because that game is all about reconnecting with your students that you taught as teenagers after a major event has happened in the world. And so you would only want that to be a couple years worth of time. But this is about going back in time to get these save these legendary Coliseum fighter guys to help you save the world in the future. And I think 5 years just does not seem like enough time for they show those statues of them that are all crumbled and broken down and shit in the that cutscene where it's that's in the future world. My thought was they put up fucking statues of those guys in 5 years? Who did that? They're not legends. They were trending. They were people were just talking about those guys. That's not legends. So I think it seems like it would be cooler to me if it was 100-year gap or something, and these were ancient heroes that you played the first part of the game with, and then you you'd bring them into the future. Yeah, do I want to learn about the time skip McShittis on social media and everyone say, based McShittis for owning Nintendo? Yeah. But I don't know, I think that could be cool. I think it's an interesting story idea. Other just random things of note. I'm still on board. I'm still on the I've been Dietrich gang since day one for Fortune's Weave. The reason being that he looks like Alucard, and I fuck with that. I had always intended to play all 4 routes of this game if I did end up liking it, because You know, God knows I did that for 3 houses. And from what they're making this this one seem like, it seems as though the split path routes are probably going to be less than 3 houses. I don't know exactly what it seems like, I only watched the thing once, so I don't know exactly how it will be, but I think it seems almost like you will have 4 part 1s, and then the part 2 will be somewhat different depending on if you have done all the part 1s. That's what it kind of seemed like to me. And I think that seems like a good balance for like wanting to do multiple storylines. But I was always going to pick Dietrich, and I still am going to pick him. I did not foresee him being like the Goku of this game. His seems like his story is that he showed up in Dagda just wanting to throw hands with somebody, and he runs around punching, like slicing up and punching monsters until some like people like find him and are like, who is this like Alucard hobo? And I think that seems funny. But I think all of the other characters look fairly cool. I think I was the least impressed by Theodora up until this trailer, but I thought Theodora looked cool in this one. I think she I like the little snippets and stuff they like showed of her and like just like described about her. I was like, oh, she seems like she actually could be pretty cool. She is gray, but also, to be honest, there is a lot of melanin in this game that's not Theodora. So I think that is genuinely just like a stylistic choice, that she's gray. If she was the only gray character in a game full of otherwise anime white boys and girls, then that would be like eyebrow raising, but clearly that's not the case. I saw a funny post of people talking about, you guys know that I think it's a Genshin character, that looks like Dimitri basically. He kind of looks like post time skip Dimitri, but if he sucked. I saw some people like quote retweeting like a post about that guy. And being like, intelligent systems decided to make black characters so Genshin Impact would never steal their designs again. I think that's really funny. But yeah, anyway, I thought Theodora looked cooler than she's looked so far in this. And I also think all of them look cool. I think Lita has looked cool since the start. I also am sort of believing that I think she has the best guys. Although a lot of the free guys that I think that they showed in this trailer were pretty cool looking. And also they showed some more of Dietrich's guys, and I think that Dietrich's guys, like his little group of guys, did look cool too. I think the only one who is relatively lacking in cool guys is Kai, unfortunately. Who I like Kai's design too. And I like his voice actor who's been announced. And so I want to be like excited for Kai. But Kai does not really seem to have cool guys on his team. But I did like that there's like recruitable guys. I like that they showed the city and all that stuff. Another interesting thing, which I don't know if anybody else thinks about this, but I personally think looks cope until proven otherwise, is that dungeon crawling is back in this, and also there's like a turn-based mode. The dungeon crawling I'm fine with, but I look at the turn-based mode and I'm like, this is gonna be so bare bones. Like I could be wrong, I guess. But that seems like it's going to be a total nothing burger until proven otherwise to me. I will have to get my hands on that one before I will be excited for it. But the dungeon stuff is cool. Sizz, did you know that there were dungeons in Fire Emblem before? That there's been... Did we talk about this? Did we explain this to Sizz on the Zebra stream already? Fire Emblem 2 had, on the NES, had dungeons. And, well, and they were like a, not like a 3D thing. obviously, but then the remake, the 3DS one, Shadows of... I almost called it Shadows of Awakening. Fire Emblem Echoes has like 3D runaround dungeons like this game does too. But I'm excited for it. I'm enthusiastic about it. I think I would personally like to see it be different gameplay-wise to a good degree than Three Houses. I am not one of those Fire Emblem Engage truthers that played all 4 routes of Three Houses and then got disappointed that they were tired of the gameplay. And I mean, to be honest, like, Engage has some cool gameplay stuff too. Like, I don't think that the gameplay of that game is bad. It's pretty interesting. I don't like some of the way that the story like sets that up, but you know, the systems and whatever, they're like solid. I thought they were cool. But as someone who has played like 500-ish hours of Three Houses, I definitely don't want like the same stuff from that all to be back. So I'm hoping that they kind of, you know, mix it up in like a way that's going to be interesting, like tactically. They showed some new classes. I'm hella excited for the Elephant Rider class. I'm definitely putting somebody on that. I think one thing that is really funny is they renamed all of the classes for seemingly no reason. Even like Pegasus Knight and stuff like that, it has like a different name now. That I love. I am going to be so annoying about that. I'm going to learn all of the new names as soon as I can. And anytime someone says Pegasus Knight or like Myrmidon, I am going to gleefully delight in correcting them. I'm gonna be like, actually, it's Winged Rider, or whatever it was called. That was the one that I thought was the most egregious. Hey, Mermansa. Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. But yeah, that's the game. I'm excited for it. I don't remember if I have anything else to say. Oh, and the girl with the gun is Raw, and one for the, you know, and one for the art enthusiasts. The girl with the gun, the gun tote bag right up in her sweaty ass Dagden Sun armpit, is one for the, you know, one for the lovers and the artists out there, I think. Yeah, the gun is really funny. See, the thing is, I think if this game was like, you want to know my vision for Fire Emblem, for a Three Houses like sequel game? The future is like the techno future. Here's my real shit for the, like, what I would do for Fire Emblem. The future is like the techno future, and that's where the guns and shit are from. And you have to bring those gladiator guys from the past into, like, the space future. I think that would be way cooler, personally. No, Maurice! Fuck! No. Which one was he? Was he the raw, or was he the cracked? Oh, am I looking? Anyway, I'm excited for that game. He got fucking... They iced him. Did she sense her hockey? I think she just saw her, Sis. I think she saw her. Do I have to look at her like this? She? Maurice's crest. Did you know this game? Yeah, this game. Did we learn? We learned about this. Did they name the deleter last time? There's no manga a week from Sunday. Oh, a week from Sunday. They did name her, but did they? Well, we don't know who she is yet. I do, but we don't. And I also know what else we don't know, but I won't say anything yet. But did we talk about the deleter last time? I literally don't remember. I think we did. Did we talk about the deleter? There is a, like, rat in the squad side subplot in this game. There was only one death. Oh, I guess we'll learn about it now, but I wish I could, like, walk. I thought that someone did mention it. I guess we'll find out. They definitely will bring it up here if they haven't mentioned it before. Anyway, there's a deleter. Oh, there's like a Grinch. I think Adam said it in the game. I guess I could be wrong. Yo, what am I in, like the fucking Resident Evil shipping zone? Were rats authorized? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take executive command here, K-Man. Rats are authorized. Can you imagine Adam Malkovich going, Samus, I'm authorizing use of rats. Thank God. The rat cannon should be now online. And she shoots out a straight up squeaker. Oh yeah, baby. This is like Jet Force Gemini. Was it during Metroid Dread? Was this at the Sizz stream? Sizz, do you remember the spider beam? Was this just... I just like randomly had this thought. Was this at one of your Metroid streams? Or was this in a call?
I know why you're here.
You're Halo, I know you. I'm Metroid. No, I'm not Halo, I'm Metroid. Anyway, I think that the rat cannon is like a similar upgrade to the spider beam. Maybe it was at just a totally different stream that wasn't Metroid.
No, you don't understand. I'm here to rescue you.
You're lying. I know the Galactic Federation wants to silence everyone who knows about our work here.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, Kingo. It was on Girouge that we were talking about the spider beam. I'm pretty sure it was on Girouge. I think it was at this. I could be wrong. But we talked about Metroid Prime 4 a lot during that, because that playthrough was when all of the Miles McKenzie stuff all came out. And I think we were inventing new ideas for powers Samus could have. Oh! Stiff as a board.
Stay away from me.
Loving this gameplay also.
Listen to me. We're here to rescue you.
Yo, it's like Alien, get it?
Hurry, this way.
It's like Metroid, that's like Alien, that's like Metroid. It just in that there's like a power lifter, I guess.
Wait.
Holy shit! Raw. And this is the boss. Who could the deleter be? I guess, do we know he's called the deleter? Probably not, right? I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. There's a deleter. I don't know. We'll learn about it. Anyway, one of the things of the game easily is that one of the Galactic Federation troopers, or an Galactic Federation trooper, I guess, is killing people. That girl we just saw, we will definitely learn more about her, so I don't want to say anything about her yet, but Pixel loves her. Pixel has not played this game, nor does he know anything about the game. He doesn't know anything about her either, but he thinks that she's good. I couldn't tell you why. He also, I have heard him say that he believes that character, that girl, and Samus go out on the town and get drinks together and stuff. and go on the hunt for boys. That's what Pixel thinks Metroid does. That's what Pixel thinks Metroid and that character put on their best dresses and go crawl around the town, having sisterly, womanly adventures. Just two bulbous ladies. It's a Bobo check. Is Bobo still here? And it's pretty funny. It's a good bit. Good old school Pixel bit. Yeah, why can't Metroid bar crawl? Could be a funny stream title name. Hey, this boss is going down like a wimp. It really doesn't have anything to do with the game, but like, when has that ever stopped us? Holy shit. Oh. Oh. Oh, is he gonna speed boost? You know what they should have done is they should have done like Metroid Fusion done, and you should have got the speed boost from this. Yeah, again, like this machine that seems by all means to maybe just be like a general like piece of factory equipment. It has like a turbo blast. It has a rotating saw blades in the front. At least the lifter part, I'm like, that I can buy. The like lifter arms, but okay, I think we need to shoot this. This is kind of like the Hag 1 from Banjo-Tooie. Thoughts? What if Samus had to shoot a little clockwork Samuchi? What if she had to shoot a little clockwork Kazuichi up into the back of this? And it was like... What if she had to do like a remote morph ball bomb? How would that be any different than the normal morph ball? What if Samus had like a remote morph ball and she could like... She would, and like you'd go into the little ball mode and you would control Hamus. And the only difference is that it wouldn't be her, I guess. It would be a hamster. Gonna make like Metroid Fusion and track back to my bed. Hell yeah, Calm. Have a good night. Thanks for coming out. Now I can find out who fucked me like a rat cannon. Yo, 176. What if it said 167? What if it said 516? Or 616. Hey, good good last ditch move, man. That was your despair attack?
The woman believed that the Galactic Federation was sent to the bottle ship to keep those in the know from leaking information about the project. And no wonder. She'd been attacked by someone wearing a Galactic Federation power suit, and she implied that Maurice was killed by another soldier. Considering the mortal danger we'd survived together,
yeah,
I
we just saw that.
agree with her.
What if one of the flashbacks was the thumbs down from her like past?
Samus, the wavelength of that monster's cry is driving the other creatures into a frenzy.
She also just said a traitor Amogus.
More aggressive.
Chiaki.
It appears to be hiding in Sector 3 now.
Holy fuck.
Take the elevator ahead of you to the main sector. From there, head to Sector 3. If you run into that thing, hit it with your plasma beam. You've got to take it down.
It would actually greatly benefit me to be able to use my plasma beam on the way down there too, Adam. No. Okay. Alright, well I guess that's all from this today. I guess we don't get to hang out with our girly pop she. Anyway, Pixel loves her. That's the important part. That's what you need to remember about that character. Pixel doesn't know anything about this game, and yet he loves her. I think she has a Smash 4 trophy or something. I think that's my power-up in that little briefcase in there. How doth the lady collect too much? I feel like we gotta go over the top. I really don't get the super missiles before the plasma beam. Seems a little perverse. I like in Metroid when you get a super missile early. Or earlier in the game. I don't like when they fucking jerk me off, making me wait for it like half the game. Well, half the game is fine, but like, you know, I don't like it being like one of the like late game things that you get. Not that it would matter in this, because this is a game where you don't do anything and you don't get to do anything cool. But this is a game where to know you have to shoot a missile at something, you gotta fucking go lock onto it in the stupid looking mode. Yeah, Super Metroid is the one that I think gives it to you the earliest, really. There's the part. Can I get back over there? That's where I came in, isn't it? But also, in Metroid Prime, you get it fairly early, too. You get it on... I guess you don't. You get it on Phendrana Drift's second visit, which is probably about half-ish of the way through the game. And also, the super missile is kind of different in that game, too. But again, what I want to use it for is I just want to be able to do bigger damage with it as soon as I can. And it definitely lets you do that in Metroid Prime 1 also. There's got to be a way to get back around. I think I'm just going to go through here. I also have to pee. I might go until we get to, like, our save station, though. Can I pick up a power-up in this stupid walking mode? That would be so awesome.
With those creatures
Sam.
crafted into killers running free, the bottle ship had been turned into a nightmare replica of Zebes.
It was actually
And then
sort
here
of like the
came Adam and
BSL
the
for
others.
Metroid Fusion 2, now that I think about it. That didn't happen yet.
At this rate, the plan the Federation wanted to keep so secret would be revealed. So they sent in an assassin.
Holy. Here we go.
Someone to wipe out any
Yes.
survivors, as well as anyone who learned about the secret
Stay on deck,
project.
boys.
KG, James, Anthony, and Adam. Could one of them really be a traitor? Until I found out who it was,
Yes, yes.
I decided to call the traitor the Deleter.
Let's fucking go.
On top of
The
everything,
Deleter.
I started to think about that woman.
I misread that subtitle as I started
Was
to
she
think
the one
about
who sent
women.
the distress signal?
I
Could
was
she
a
be
woman.
the person in charge here, Madeline Bergman. Either way, I knew I had to protect her. She would be targeted again. And she wasn't the only one in danger. I, too, would be considered a threat here.
Yeah, there's a little Kyoshika in there. Aw. I started to think about that woman, and it's still a bunch of flashbacks of Kyoshika being funny. The manga Dory corners in there. Holy fuck, the Deleter froze. Oh my god, the Deleter fucking Lord of the Rings him. Holy shit, the Deleter got him. Chat seems to have stopped. It's been doing that tonight. I'll refresh it on here, but it just kind of fixes itself. The Deleter deleted him. Anyway, the Deleter possibly up there in the running for stupidest name for a thing. If we did like a big Think Dimension-esque video game awards show at the end of the year every year, and by that I mean if we were doing that in 2010, I think the Deleter would be a nominee for my personal nominee for me for stupidest thing in a game. Stupidest named thing, the Deleter. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. We got about another hour left. We made a shit ton of progress on this one, I think. So far. Let's keep knocking it out. I'll be right back. I'm leaving K-Man in charge. And the chat is back too. Hooray. Okay, BRB. I'm batch. See what we're talking about in the chat. It didn't freeze, which I like. Better hear about what everyone's weekend's looking like, buddy. I don't have any plans other than that Kingo and I are watching some Atla. And I'll probably play Persona 3 Reload. Maybe I'll fuck around and start a Heart Gold Soul Silver Nuzlocke. Zebra? Nah, I'm not doing that yet. Not doing that yet. Zebra, is that the deleter shooting Kazuichi? But he's sad about having to do it? Wait, Zebra, is that was that an emoji of the chicken deleter shooting Kazuichi? Zebra, is that the chicken deleter shooting Kazuichi? Our delete. I was gonna see the Odyssey actually with my dad and mom, but something came up with something on their end, and I'm not gonna go see it now yet. We might eventually see it, but is that your deleter Sona? Oh, Zebra, I authorize you to kill Kazuichi. When the straight up dumb shit purge happens and I have to shoot Kazuichi. And it's that like meme with the crying holding the gun. That I think is from The Wire. Is that from The Wire, Kingo? No. How do I get back to my power-up? Who is the actor in that meme? I truly don't remember. Can I go? Oh, let me look at the map that's not helpful. Oh, Wesley Snipes. That's right. I definitely would not have known New Jack City. Oh, Wesley. New Crack City. I think these little, like, jackalope-looking ass guys are kind of cope. I don't think they have the aura that the fucking snow whales do. And I can't jump on them also. I don't like these guys that I can't jump on either. Yeah, it is silly. I think what they want you to do is use the missile once they're like frozen like that. Oh, I think they... Oh. Thanks, game. Helpful. I knew what I needed to do here. Shut up, game. Whee! Fun though. But it is cool. Like, don't get me wrong. It is cool and fun. The game did do some cool things. We just don't have to defend it. Do you guys look at this? Ooh, watch this. I'm gonna get him and then I'm gonna go back in. Look. Hee Okay. Will I regret having dropped down here? He says as he drops. Whee! Oh, ouch! Oh, it's dangerous for me! I was about to pull off veteran skip. Or what was it? I was about to pull off Chad skip. Ah, I missed it. Well, no matter. I could still go for Giga Chad skip. No. After my latest conversation with Adam, I found myself pondering my virginity. Adam, don't kick me out of the Federation, Skip. Hee Funny. Ow! Yeah. Well, the thing about Giga Chad Skip is that it was harder. Giga Chad Skip was the backup because it was the harder one to do. But it is funny that because they came in that order, it did make it seem like Giga Chad Skip was the consolation to Chad Skip. Yeah, they were later because it was later into that part of the stage. That shit is that I think that truly that Zebra the culture that was born out of Zebra practicing for the culture that was born from Zebra practicing Sonic Adventure 1 for the SGM, that is like one of the true testaments to like the comedy that this like friend group like allows and creates. So like it's like so like ritualistic almost. Looking for just anything to grab onto and then like saying it over and over and over again. But it's still being funny, god damn it. Yeah, and never letting it go. No one at any point being like, I'm tired of this. No one willing to be tired of it. Okay, well that was a different power-up. I guess I'm still outside, right? What do you mean there's one over there? Whoa. Oh, was that all for a power? Oh, maybe it was. Now I think I just go back down the Chad Skip area. Okay, man, remember the time when you were trapped in the closet bit? That will have been 10 years ago soon. Kind of. I was doing a thing for my snack yeses. Is this? Aw, oh, nuts. I'm gonna have to fucking fight a guy. Oh, I got some robo guys to fight. Yeah, in 2 years, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna need the wave beam for this. Adam, you might as well just let me fucking authorize all the beams, because if I'm gonna get plasma in like a couple hours... Am I gonna get wave beam? Or a power bomb? I'm pretty positive it's wave beam.
Samus, you need a permeating shot effect to get past this. I'm authorizing you to unlock your wave beam.
Though we have to dash, go uppies to... Oh, good idea. We might have to dash, go uppies. Maybe we have to dash the other direction in uppies. Increases damage, penetrating material. That's... Yeah. I think that this is a cool, like one of the cooler applications of, like, Samus's beam weapons. That I feel like they only in some games use, is the fact that the wave beam can shoot through walls. I think about Metroid Zero Mission as making you do that. And I mean, I'm sure the other games in the series also do it, but like, I feel like they don't have you like do it enough. It looks pretty cool in this too. I like the little effect. In Metroid Prime, they kind of repurposed the wave beam into being your like electric element beam, and I actually don't think that's as cool as just the like the normal usage variety of like how it's supposed, like how it is in like the classic games, which is just that it can like shoot through stuff. Yeah, it does kind of look like that. It's the special wave beam. It's that. All right, let's try the thing Sis said. Can I get a speed boost going here? Yes. See, look at this. I think we got ourselves a little shine spark puzzle here. Not a very complicated one, but like, they tried. Ooh, it is crushing those guys. All right, I think I'm gonna try to bring it in here. Okay, wrong way. Yeah, that's raw zebra. And she, you know who she got that from? She got that from Kyoshika. You know who told her that would be cool? That would be Lady Samus. You know who told her that would be cool? Her friend told her. I didn't particularly understand the point, although I thought perhaps it could be cool. You think, like, maybe we run from down there and then jump up this way? Oh, yeah, because on the mini-map, it's right above us. I was looking at the useless map, and I guess it is right above us on that, too, but I don't know why I thought it was, like, further back towards the door. Lady Samus, a friendly piece of advice! My friend Kyoshika Magadori from Real. Aha! You were right, Sis. We just gotta angle it right. We gotta look at the little map. It's still a little shine spark puzzle for us. Kind of fun, kind of. Ow! Okay, that time we undershot it. Yeah, wave beam in the ice area. Also, I always think about getting the wave beam before the ice beam. Although, I guess that's not always the case. Metroid Prime it is, that's probably why I think about that. But, what is it in Super Metroid? Is it ice then wave in that? Or, I mean, I guess you can do it. No, I think it is, right? But what about Metroid 1? Isn't it? No, maybe it's ice then wave in that too. What do you guys think? Is it usually ice then wave in the beam progress? Yeah, you definitely are supposed to get ice first. I can remember, I can picture like where you get the ice beam. Metroid Prime 1 is also the only Prime game that has the ice, wave, and plasma beams in it. Prime 3 has the plasma beam, but it doesn't have ice and wave. And then, like, pretty lame, honestly. Prime 3 kind of only has the plasma beam. It's like a pretty big bummer. But 2 has, like, it's, you know, it has the two beam types, which are bespoke and raw, and I will have no slander against. Oh, we got a little platforming room here. Can I? Let's see. They probably want me to speed boost up this too. I guess I maybe just need to line up for it. Well, is it really gonna work like this? Wait, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I guess you can't like jump, right? There's got to be some way to use the speed booster to do this, though. Unless Samus can just, like, fucking yeet up there. Or I have to look for something. She probably can. She probably can just do, like, the diagonal jump and go all the fucking way up the top. That's the other thing about Metroid Prime 2 is that the dark beam basically is the ice beam still. Yeah, fuck. And the light beam is basically the plasma beam. They're kind of reskins in that game, but just take my word for it, they're raw. That game has a bunch of like variant, like specific kind of like special power-ups and stuff, and they're basically all cool IMO. Okay, that isn't how you do this? How about I then? I am seeing that like clearly I feel like we gotta turn something on in here, and it'll make the like platforms rise or some bullshit. Now I'm saving a life. Oh jeez, I'm so sorry. Now I'm saving a life, and she's Rudy the she's Rudy the clown, and she's Rudy the clown while he's saying yes, and the pills will go down. We've been on a weird Dr. Mario 64 kick lately. I think I talked about this on Sunday. I beat the game. Zebra beat the game. Zebra was playing that in call last night. It was really fucking funny. And we wound up singing, we wound up doing Wario How to Save a Life. I wonder if can I just go in here? Yoo-hoo. How do I haboga? Can you just... I still sort of believe that they want me to use this Shine Spark for this. Maybe not, though. Maybe we can't go up here yet. Maybe we have to go to the top and come down. Yeah, that's what happened to me, Bobo, except I knew it was going to be like that. Yeah, you're right. The game didn't tell us anything. Though, at least on the NSO, you could beat it again and just use save states, and it wouldn't be that bad if you just wanted those characters. The game was so rude. Do you keep your speed after jumping? I don't know if you can... Like, I know a lot... Usually you can jump with it, but I swear I tapped too, and it still went into, like, the charging Shine Spark mode. Maybe I did it wrong. Let's see if I can just do the normal jump version. No, in this, like, the jump is like a dash. Were you meaning Odin, like, you know, like, do just a jump like this and keep it going? Yeah, I'm not sure if you can do that. I do... Well, no, that was that way. Hold on, I'm not giving up on figuring it out, though. You guys, I also have been on and off still playing Mario Golf on the 64. Which I think I've done more in than I've ever done on that game before, because I unlocked Wario. Who is just a fucking bitch to unlock. Now, to be honest, I did rewind a couple times. I'm not perfect. I am but a man, and sometimes you just suck ass at putting. I am but a man, and what is a man if not deficient in some level of golf, in some element of the game of golf? Are we not all? But the thing you gotta know about Wario in his like unlock match is that he hits a perfect power shot on the first stroke of every hole. This time I'm gonna try jumping up. Nope. Which just fucking sucks. Because at least this is how I believe the game works. If you hit the like bing bing power shot, like if or like shot, like if you get like a nice shot, like a perfect shot, and you're using a power shot, you don't lose one of your power shots. And I guess the thing about Wario is they decided he should just always be able to use the power shot whenever he wants. And so it was really fucking annoying to beat him in the unlock game. Didn't you want to 1v1 mini golf us? I just wanted to play mini golf with my friends, K-Man. Sis, what do you see? I didn't claim to be good at it. The only golf I claim to be good at and better at than K-Man is golf with your friends. Maybe, oh, up there, maybe? There is sort of like a... Oh, wait, I can shoot through that, too. I wonder if I can, like, wave beam shoot through that. Can I wave beam the whip? It would make sense, considering they just gave me this, and it's, like, grating. Yeah, right. I mean, the thing about Mario Golf 64 is I also, like, love the 64 aesthetic, and I think, like, Toadstool Tour, like, it's like a fine-looking game. That one I never played. Mario Golf I have played. I played that a bunch on the Wii Virtual Console when it came out. I just am not good at it, as most people aren't. It's a hard game. But Toadstool Tour, the thing I don't like is it has that, like, mid-2000s Mario look, kind of. Which I have, like, I'm just, like, when I think about it, I'm like, ugh, these days. But I would definitely check it out if it did come out to that, because I never played that. Actually, the only Mario sports game I've played on the GameCube is Power Tennis. Is there a ledge to stand on? I'm gonna try to... I guess we couldn't shine spark in this room, but maybe there is a way I can get up there from here. There is like a little red thing there. So it could have something to do with that red thing. Actually, that's not true. I played Mario Strikers on GameCube. I never played those baseball games that people seem to like, though. And I never played Toadstool Tour. Yeah, let's try that. Anyway, and then I also unlocked the... Here's the thing I don't remember. So in the... Maybe I'm just thinking of like a different mode or something. When I played Mario Golf on the N64... No, Samus, no, wait. Surely I can go back, right? When I played Mario Golf on like the 64 Mario Golf, and I played it on the Wii Virtual Console. I know I had the Yoshi course, but the Yoshi course, you gotta like play a bunch of the game to unlock that. It's not even the first cup you like the first unlockable cup. So I'm like playing it now, or playing it like these days. I'm like, did I really play enough of that on there to like unlock that golf course? It seems like I would have had to play a lot, or at least like win a number of times. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to shine spark up, and maybe I could get over the grate. I guess I must have though, because I remember playing on that course. But the thing that I remember trying to unlock Yoshi and playing on that course. And Yoshi's the first character you unlock. So what the hell was I doing? Did I just win a bunch of tournaments? I did win the Toad and the, like, Koopa tournaments playing it this time. But even doing that, I'm pretty sure I only had enough to unlock the Shy Guy one. It's gotta be something with that. Why is it red? What's the point of red? Do we really think this is what we have to do? Luigi's the first unlock? Well, see, the thing is, I had Luigi, though. Did I play it already on NSO? Maybe I played it when it came out and I unlocked Luigi. I must have played it before then, because I already had Luigi. I probably did when it came out. I probably popped it in and played a little bit when it came out. And then when I played it back in the day, I must have... Because I do think I remember unlocking Yoshi, and I swear I played him on that Yoshi, like... I can remember that, like, there's that fucking bird noise that is, like, really iconic and funny to me. Okay, I don't think this is how we have to do this. Maybe you can grapple to it or something? I think you're on the right track, Sis. I definitely think there's got to be something up with that. We'll come back. Will we, though? Will I want to come back? The game probably won't bring us all the way back out here, right? Is this a 100% playthrough? It's fluid. Yeah, I think Yoshi is one of the best. Because not only is he, like, good, he has, like, a good range, like, good power. But... Well, to be honest, I actually don't understand what the, like, fade and draw stats, like, really do for your shots. But Yoshi is just a straight shooter. So, like, a straight shooter with, like, a high drive is, like, a good, like, a easy character to play as. And he is the character I play as the most. I know it's like supposed to curve them, but I like Mario Golf is a puzzling game to me. I really like it. It also seems to have like math involved. Thoughts? There is like there's mathematical calculation that needs to be done for Mario Golf. And I'm not just talking about like you know, like looking at the yards on your, like your distance for your putter and looking at how far your putt is to the hole and like minusing that. I think there's more. I think that it seems to be that there's hidden math more than that. Yeah. Or that if you're like K-Man and you bogey 4 strokes on a par 3, that's gonna be a +1 to your score. Something that. Fuck, the only memorable golf with your friends team I was ever on, K-Man was also on. I can't do this to him. I take that back. I'm changing out K-Man for Zebra there. I'm swapping K-Man for Zebra there. K-Man crossbone caddies forever. But K-Man, you were on the Cosmics, so you are to some degree an enemy. But it's like we're rivals now. You're like the Vegeta to my Goku, basically. How do I get out of here? Sis, help. I'm stuck again, Sis. If not there, then where? How do I get out? Let me just get back into my nav chair. Game says hasn't even played. Okay. There's got to be a way to, like, get back through the well, the thing is, though, like, what would be the point of coming down here? I guess because we had to get the wave beam. Morgoin long ice hallway room, the one that we were just in. There's got to be a way out from there, right? I'm pretty sure the only thing left in that long ice hallway room is that other way. Unless there is a way, like, across to the other side. Which is more painful, me choosing caddies or me choosing Margaritaville? The caddies, really? Yeah, the putting gauge that baffles me, Odin, specifically is the middle putt. The like short putt, like the hole putter, like that one, I'm like, I like roughly have an idea of like how well I'm gonna do. But the middle putt feels like just absolutely fucking random. It feels like it's like the strongest club in the game. Yeah, you could hit like a fourth of the way through the bar, and it's gonna fly off the fucking green back into the rough. So I always just kind of like just try to undershoot it and just get it approach as close to the hole as possible. Anyway, I don't really know why I've been playing that game. It's just kind of a whim. I just wanted to play some N64 lately. I don't know why. It was actually because I watched Odin play some Mario Golf, though that was like weeks ago. And I was like, dang, this game's fun. I should boot this up and play a little of it. I don't even know if there is like a creds to roll in that game. Like if you beat all the cups, do you get like a credits? I'm sure you do, right? Maybe I'll beat it. I was once again today, because I think Odin said this too, brought up like in 5 years when they put Toadstool Tour on the service, then maybe I'll check that out. Literally just today I was bemoaning how dropped I personally think the ball is on the NSO service after you get out of like SNES. I think that the NES and the SNES's libraries are just like very competent, like solid libraries. Obviously they're not going to have every game, but they've got a lot of like the best ones easily playable on there. And then like I still feel that N64 has not, like even a console like that has a small library, I still feel like the N64 is not represented on that thing. We were just talking about like it was at Zebra's stream. We were just talking about Snowboard Kids. I was like, man, how cool would it be if fucking Snowboard Kids came to like the NSO service? But it's not on there. There's 2 of those on the 64. I loved that game when I was a kid. It was like a big rental for me. I think the 64, the thing that the 64 is missing, I think, is not the, like, Nintendo's, like, first-party offerings, but a lot of the, like, dubious and or kind of crappy N64 games that there are. I think Quest 64 should be on there. I think Castlevania should be on there, because I don't think Konami's ever fucking porting that shit. Oh, I see. We needed the wave beam for this. Duh. I forgot about this. I'm sorry. If I had known it was here, I would have shot it, but I forgot. We were probably talking about something. That's going to be on the stream, not on me. That's cool, though. It's like a fun little way to use that. Yeah, Diddy Kong Racing's not on there. I want the 64 like crappy games kind of. I don't think any of those have been put on there. You know how many crappy NES and SNES games are on there? I don't know, fucking dozens. Why did they stop with the slop for the 64 one? Put a wrestling game on there. They were all iconic. Samus just died to snow also. Snow killed her there. Put fucking NFL Blitz on there. That was on N64, right? I know that there's like licensing issues with some of that stuff also, but like I don't know. I guess NFL Blitz has like real sports teams in it, doesn't it? They probably wouldn't put that on there. They have like Tecmo Bowl and stuff on the NES, but that doesn't have actual team licenses. The Adam going, Samus, respond! Shit is really stupid. Anyway, I feel that platform is still underrepresented it has what you'd want if you weren't like an N64 baby and you just wanted to play like Nintendo's acclaimed video games. But that is not me, man. Like, that is not me, baby. I like how the like crappy games on that console look, and I feel like we haven't gotten any of them. And I'm not even saying crappy. I just mean like not the classics. Like put Chameleon Twist on there. There's a bunch of games you could put. And the GameCube is even worse. Those GameCube games, yeah, this is terrible. Is Chameleon Twist not on there? No, it's definitely not on there. And there's 2 of those. The thing about the Cube is that the NSO GameCube service hasn't even put up 1 game a month. What the fuck is happening right now? Oh no, Will. They're not even averaging a GameCube game a month, and that thing has been out a year. And it shouldn't be a big deal. Like, to be honest, a lot of the best GameCube games I have. I could hook up my Wii and play them on my TV. I'm not like dying to... What are we doing? What is happening right now? You know, there's nothing that I'm like, you know, other than to be honest, I did want to replay Path of Radiance, and I did not want to hook my hardware up to do that, even though it is a game I have. That is a good one to put on there, and I'm glad it's on there because it is also a very expensive game on the console, and so people that wanted to try it and not emulate it, we are holding down absolutely, sis. I'm trying everything I can. We are doing it. Maybe don't hold it. Interesting. I figured we just needed to, like, get through the ice. I know there's this big thing in the middle. Okay. This time I'm doing it, I guess. I didn't do anything different also. Whee! Because of 3D All-Stars, I mean, I honestly don't think that 3D All-Stars, another awful release that I hate. I don't know if I think 3D All-Stars should, like, you know, like, if you bought that, it's like, it's not really exciting to have Mario Sunshine come out on NSO service, but I don't, as someone who also owns it, as someone who did buy it, I don't believe anyone should have bought that. And I do think it's necessary to, like, put that on something else. Even though, yeah, like, to be honest, that is, like, the better version, the one that you can't buy anymore because it's on there. And it is the GameCube's Mario, so, like, I get them putting it on there, but I also think it should have launched with that. Oh yeah. We turned the platforms on in the slide room, so now we should be able to get through there. But like, it's not really exciting. But again, I don't think that coming out on the NSO service 1 month would be so bad if you know, if the games were coming out regularly. The problem is the rate. They haven't put out Coliseum 1, even though they put XD on there for some reason. And again, it's the other thing is, like, the more, like, The more of the like classic games that get added, the longer I have to wait for the weird shit. This isn't weird shit, but you know what game I want to play that I would love to like fuck around with on the NSO service is Wave Race Blue Storm. Now Wave Race 64 is on the N64 NSO, and I have fucked around with that on there. I like Wave Race. I used to play that at friends' houses and stuff as a kid. I remember seeing Wave Race Blue Storm come out, and like, you know how some people talk about like, you know, there's all sorts of different games that are like, you know, like when Game Water got good for people. That was the game that I remember seeing at a friend's house and being like, holy shit, that looks like real fucking water. And I would love to mess around with that on the NSO service. But when are they ever going to fucking put that on there? I wonder if we have to freeze this now. Maybe we ice this. There we go. I forgot because we got the wave beam that we don't like still have the ice beam. Yeah, well that's when game Grenade Water got good, came in. Yeah, Metroid Prime 2 for the multiplayer. I played a lot of that as a kid. It's kind of fun. I would play it online. Metroid Prime 2 though, I do know that they will put that on there eventually. My whole thing again is just that like I wish I feel like they, even though like it's more expensive now, that stuff has become like an afterthought for Nintendo almost. It seems to me like something like what it feels like is something they roll out when they're like, hey, we got our new console coming out or something, don't you want to pay for online? And then like since the original like launch of this, like with the NES and SNES ones and all that, it just has not had like the same level of like thought or upkeep put into it. When it would be awesome if it did. Although, I'll tell you what I do need to play that I love that is on NSO and I haven't played yet. This is on the N64 one, is Tonic Trouble. A game that, from what I understand, is not good. But it's like the prototype for Rayman 2. It's like this crappy Ubisoft... Oh my god, Samus, we're going down with him. That was kind of raw. This crappy like Ubisoft 3D platformer that they made before they made Rayman 2 to get some experience making a 3D platformer. And I need to play that. I want to play it this year. But I want more games like that to be out on all of those. I've played all the classics. It would be fun to play some of them again, of course. But I don't need to... A lot of them I don't need to play again.
Sequence complete. Process successful.
Nightfire. They should put Agent Underfire on their Odin thoughts. I loved that game. If I loved, I mean like... My friends in my neighborhood, we like went through a little phase of playing it. We liked it though. We thought it was good. From what I understand, most people don't disagree. Most people not fans. It's probably not good. Who made those like GameCube or like that later era Bond games? Ah! Scary sometimes. What time is it? Oh, we under the time anyway. Half-Life Elevator. Anyway, what Odin? You'll give him your NSO copy of Mario Sunshine? Hell yeah, I'll take it. Are we in a Odin? Are we in a family plan together? Nintendo, don't kick me off the platform. Skip. Are we in the same family plan? Because if we're in the same I literally don't remember. If we're in the same family plan, I basically do already own your copy of Mario. I at least own part of your copy of NSO Mario Sunshine. In some way, it's similar. Yo, you got the puke suit, Will? Hell yeah. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh. That was raw because it looked like it coursed through his entire being. It looked like it looks like Samus's blast like traveled through his nervous system and evaporated his whole being. This guy looks like Anomalocaris, the ancient critter, the ancient sea critter. Did you ever play through Prime with the fusion suit? I think I did, because not only did I have Prime and Metroid Fusion back in the day, and I played them both a lot, but we did have the Game Boy link cable thing too. So I'm positive I have at some point. And it is cool. I love that little like Easter egg. And which is not really, it's just like a costume really. It's not really like an Easter egg. I guess, oh, am I missing here maybe? I don't know. If I was, I don't know. Uh-oh. I remember dying to this when I first played the game too. I remember dying to this exact guy. He looks like Anomalocaris. It was like a weird, I guess some kind of arthropod. I'm not sure what Anomalocaris is related to. But if you've seen it, you'd know what it looks like. It was a big fucking crazy looking arthropod thing from like the Cambrian. The Cambrian period. I think Bobo encountered one on Endless Ocean the other day. That's what that guy looks like. Hey, K-Man, have a good night. Did the puke fairy suit look even worse in Prime? Yeah. You know what I should put on the GBA service? Fire Red and Leaf Green. That would be crazy. Can you imagine if they did that? I think people would be even more pissed off if they did it at this point. That would mean people bought it for no reason. I don't like that these guys knock me off even after I already froze their little arms. It's annoying. Watch this. I'm about to hit him with the mix-up. Oh, it did hit that one. This is the Samus mix-up. If Samus were in a fighting game, and I mean like not like Smash Brothers, but like a 2D fighter, the 5-bomb charge would be a little shit. Some shit she could drop out on the map. They should put just Ruby. I'd play it. I was a Actually, I was a Sapphire kid, but I was kind of a Ruby kid. Oh yeah, there it is. Morph Ball stance. Samus would be a charge character. Come on. Oh. Okay. Well, we know we froze this guy's craw. Yeah, 5-bomb. 5-bomb. Okay, you can jump on him, though. All right, we must have to do that once we have his shit frozen. I don't know if the wave beam is supposed to, like, go through his shell or something. Is that maybe helping me in this fight? Again, I remember this being the hardest thing in the game. Like, when it comes to fights. This, like, random mini-boss guy. Do I just have to keep blasting him? Maybe we're not quite done yet. I saw his, again, like his little things get frozen, and I assumed we were like in the next phase of the fight, but maybe we're not. Maybe I just have to keep like debating this blast. So fucking annoying. You definitely like have to use the sense dodge thing to avoid these swipes. But it's just not super easy to do. Yeah, I haven't looked like super extensively into the Deadpool Tokon stuff, but the clips I've seen have seemed pretty funny. I think Deadpool is like very hit or miss with like whether he's annoying or not. Personally, as someone who is even like I like the like Deadpool movies. I even saw the Wolverine one. I think he's a character that is just so easy to make like not funny and likable personally. But in this it seems like they're doing a pretty good job with like the idea that like you'd want him not to just like reference a bunch of dumb bullshit, but like specifically because he's in like a pedigree fighter, to make him reference a bunch of like classic fighting game stuff is like a really fun way to do a like fourth wall meta character like that. Yeah, it's like his power in the verse. Are the Sonic Advance games in a collection? No, and they're not on the NSO service either. I don't know how much fun I would have with those games, playing them now, because I don't think any of them are as good as the like Genesis Sonics. But I did like them a lot as a kid, except Sonic Advance 3 I never liked. Even getting that as a kid, I was like, this game sucks. And then I hear people like gas that one up sometimes. I guess just because that like team up thing that you can do in that game does have like a weird amount of depth. It's just that like it isn't fun to use. At least in my experience. The team up thing is not fun to use, and that's why I bounced off it when I was younger. But I really liked Sonic Advance 1 as a kid, and I liked 2 also. I remember being really impressed by like the speed of 2 when it came out. Even though nowadays I'll like see people play that and be like, this game is way too fast, and why are there all these pits everywhere? Well, I don't know, it's still kind of cool. Doesn't have to be a perfect game. Yeah, I like the sprite work too. It's cool because it's like adventure Sonic in like a side-scroller style, which, I mean, eventually there would be more games like that. Okay, there we go. But not sprite-based games like that. Yeah, Advance 3 I didn't like at all when I was younger. It has like a weird hub world thing too. But then every now and then I'll see like a real Sonic fan who's like, this game's cool. Maybe it's probably just because it gets the worst reputation. I think I've told this story on stream once. But I almost was gaslit into thinking I was going insane by Sonic Advance once as a kid. One time as a kid, I was playing a little Sonic Advance on my Game Boy before going to bed, and it was like I think I was doing a new run of the game. I was just on the beach level, and I like put my Game Boy away in this like Game Boy. I still have it actually. This Game Boy bag that all my Game Boy games and stuff were in. My GBA, I mean. And for whatever reason, I must have not turned the GBA off. And so, like, the music of Sonic Advance was still playing out of the GBA, like, in my bag. And so I was lying in bed, and I don't think I noticed it at first. And then I, like, started hearing it, like, noticing it more and more. And instead of just thinking, oh, I must have left my Game Boy on, what I decided is that I had finally played so many video games that my mind had, like, broken. And the Sonic Advance song was stuck in my head forever. And I started like panicking about this. I like kept trying to think of like sing a different song, think of something different, like get something else into my head, and nothing was working. And I was like freaking out. And then eventually I was just like, I think maybe I turned the game on to be like I need, look what you've done. And I realized my Game Boy was still on. It's so stupid. But like, especially at nighttime, I like used to like get like that about stuff. I had like sort of bad anxiety when I was a kid, and it would definitely manifest its worst at night, like the evening into the night. I don't feel like that anymore, but I can still remember like what it felt like to like it be like at evening after dinner and then like time to go to bed, and I like really didn't like it, which I think is probably the case for a lot of kids, but it was the case for me also, is all I'm trying to say. This is like Jet Force Gemini also. Remember when we went? You remember that part where they would go out there? Oh, you heard them too, Will? Ghosts. You heard the spirits of the K-Man ghost. The roommates of the K-Man ghost. Alright, so that is, at least for now, that is Sector 3 done. I think I'm going to save then, and I think that's going to be it for tonight. There's a save room in here, right? Because I don't remember what these power-ups were. I don't remember if there was another one for the Shine Spark. I guess we could go look at it now. That way I won't have to do it next time. It won't take me very long. Listen, that would have been an actually good prank. There were a lot of bad pranks. Oh, it was the speed booster, which I guess answers my question. There was some like ice block I like did the like cope scan mode on that like shows you what you need to use to break it, and it said the speed booster. And so I said, Sis, don't look, because I didn't want you to know that it was in the game. And you didn't. You didn't. You can definitely boost up that ramp over there. She is going. She is going sometimes at a rate that is faster than the game can load. When we were going around and fuck off. When we were going around what am I trying to say? In that room before we turned the power on that like one where you have to climb up the platforms. When we were trying to speed booster into there, it was loading like every time we walked into that room. God, I hate so much the way the map in this game chooses to be. I can't believe that, like, of all the things I knew were bad about Other M, that it's, like, how bad the map is that is, like, the new revelation to me. Just, like, the mini-map version of these rooms just looks so aggressively nothing like the version on the menu map screen, and the directional orientation is off. It's like baffling to me how it could be like that. They're not even like locked to the same orientation. How did we this is now the point where I don't remember how we progressed through this room in the first place. I'm pretty sure this water was not here though before. Because I would have remembered how fucking long this is taking. This is probably the way out, though, right? Okay, here we go. In this room, there's that. Can I get a shine spark going in here? Probably. We're back on for 100%, by the way. I like it when she's just running like that. I like it when she's running. That's like real athleticism, baby. Hey, we did that exactly at the right spot. Fuck, I should have stayed up there. It's probably not anything else, though. Alright, I gotta check that one, though, because there was ice that we couldn't bust open without the speed booster in one of these rooms. Smash 64 I don't think is on the NSO service. See, again, like, they're 64, they're not doing good. They didn't do good with that. I think it's supposed to be, though. I think that was in that. You remember when they, like, accidentally leaked a bunch of the games that were going to come out on there? I'm pretty sure Smash 64 was one of them. I remember that. I believe I remember that being the one I, like, squinted at and was like, that's Smash. When like that like image, the like image went up where they were like all, oh, you can pointer move around on this. It's kind of cute. The image that like showed, you know, it was not supposed to show up games that weren't out on it yet, but it did. It showed like a blurred out version. Okay, this one I think we need the gravity suit for. Do I want to go down there? That in Melee? I really don't want to hear people talk about. I just don't want to hear people talk about Melee coming out on NSO. I don't want to hear anyone's take. I think it would be fun for Melee to come out on NSO. I have not ever had a particularly solid experience with the NSO online. I feel like I think it stutters and lags a bunch. But I like Melee is just like I might unlock all the characters. Melee is just a game I love and it's fun to play, and I would probably play it online a little here and there. Pikmin 2's coming, but not Pikmin 1. Guys, we're playing Pikmin 4 on here at some point. I think I'll play it after Grandia. But also, I know we're going to do V3 either after that or after Grandia, and I might just do V3 for the fans. Maybe we'll do Pikmin 4 after V3. The fans have been waiting. I'm gonna play that on. Those are like the two games I wanna play on Sunday though after Grandia is over. I know that just started, so like whatever. Wait, let me back in. This froze. How do I get back over there then? Is there a way back there? Do I have to go through this room? Maybe. Oh, I think I can. Wait, could I? Was that a room where I could shine spark? Because I understand that, like, this leads back to, you know, the fucking, all that shit over there, but... You know. Now I gotta go around. Yeah, I always do think that's annoying in Metroidvanias. The problem for me, especially, is, if it's, like, right in the way, kind of, and I, like, throughout my, like, exploring through the game, I, like, keep trying to go that way, and I keep remembering that it's busted and I can't go through it. For me, with these kind of games, I'm very much like if I can see it on the map, like, that's how I'm navigating, not necessarily, like, remembering the rooms themselves exactly. If I'm trying to figure out how to get somewhere, I'm going to pull the map up and look at the rooms I got to go through, and then I'm going to go through them. I would have to play for, like, a really long time to remember, like, all of the order of everything. And I'm excited to play Grandia. Do I want to do this? I guess we gotta go back now, right? It's late. We really shouldn't have done this, but I figured if we leave and we don't do it now, then I'm gonna have to come back, which I'm gonna have to do again anyway, because there's some shit we can't do yet here, but I don't know. My thumb is killing me also. It's something about, like, again, like, I don't think this D-pad is... It feels really, like, almost like it's the same as the D-pad on, like, the DS Lite. Except maybe it's, like, a little sharper. I like how responsive it is, but something about, like, the way that you hold the rest of the sideways Wiimote with, like, the dip and the B button on the left. I feel like I just don't have, like, hand support at all. And my thumb is just, like, digging into this fucking thing for extended play sessions. Why did that... You play this! You play this with the sideways Wii remote, by the way. I feel like this session... We have not talked about this enough. We did talk about it, but this is a, like, third-person, like, action-heavy, like, Metroid game. Why does it not use the nunchuck? It's actually nunchuck only, like Opuna. Okay, is it? Well, we got a speed booster up this, I guess. I think that the reason they gave for why they wanted it to be like this was was for the casuals, to give the casual, like, audience, like, a understandable control scheme. But I really think they made it harder for the casuals. I understand, like, wanting to, you know, make a control scheme accessible for the casuals. I don't think they succeeded here. I think that they made it harder. If there was a button to do the sense move thing, it would be way easier to pull off than the D-pad mash thing that you got to do in this. And you have to do that shit all the time. You have to do that shit constantly. If you could hit Z or something on the nunchuck to do that, it'd be way better. Or if Z was the aiming mode toggle. Sorry, I was just crushing some water right now, some agua. Agua. What if Wario was Spanish and he said wagua? What if Wario said wagwan? What if Wario was like Jamaican and he said wagwan? Guys, that's it. Other M, what a night. Oh, what a night. 32nd Friday of 2026. Other M, you can suck my dick. I'll see you on Sunday for more Grandia. Again, I'm super excited for that. I feel like we are like, I'm at the part where I'm like itching to get back to it because we just like got in, like we've hit the like, I think we've hit the like, I don't know if the game will open up more, but like we've definitely like we're off on our adventure on that now, which is like the fun part. And we just got like we met like our new like important character. I'm just excited to see where it goes. We do some dungeons and fight some bosses and all that stuff. And more of this next Friday. Yeah, we fell through the floor. I don't remember ever seeing like a glitch in this. I just remember the games being the problems being fundamental to the game itself. I don't remember glitches. But that gross grabby hand thing threw me through the ground. Samus named the deleter. She dubbed the deleter. We met a girly pop she, I guess. We got the speed booster. Hell yeah. Fun stream. Yeah, next time should be a good one too. What awaits us in Sector 3 is probably the most notorious part of this game. The Sector 3 like event is probably the most known thing that happens in Other M, even though I think really the biggest fault of this game is a composite of all of the individual fucking sins it commits. But I'm pretty sure that's up next. Or we will hit it next week, I think. Until then, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday. Thank you to Zebra for the raid, everybody else for hanging out and chilling with me. Big love. And I'll see you next time. Bye.